is Allein Moore at the VIP interview. Today we're at the Mobile Marketing Association's Forum in Singapore at the Hyatt Hotel. And we've had 2 days of very interesting conversations, and today I'm with Rachel Ooi, who is with Ericsson. Now she has a very nice long title which I have to read, and she is the Regional Head, Convergence and Mobile Advertising, and she covers Asia Pacific, Middle East and the Africa regions for the company. So good morning, Rachel.
Hi.
From your job scope, it's quite obvious that you do a lot of travelling and you are experienced in a lot of markets, and I know that you've worked for both the client side and advertising agencies. So would you like to tell me a little bit of what you feel about the way the markets are developing?
Mobile industry has been quite exciting because of the uprising of mobile penetration device for one, and the data penetration through mobile broadband for second, and the maturity of consumers to have more communications between people and people in a social networking environment, and also people with machines in some contexts. So with that changing landscape, that actually changes the whole media consuming behavior. Now, if you look at Japan, Japan has gone through 10 years of experience building up mobile advertising revenue of 1.5 billion in 2009. But it took them 10 years, and because of the maturity of all this, and we're seeing that happening in this part of the world now. The first two markets I can quote where we are very active in, and we see successes in, are actually Indonesia, of course, and India is uprising. So we see changes, not just the landscape and the trends, but we also see changes of brands being much more proactive, going to agencies and say, look, now we have Coca-Cola, we have Unilever and having their products into mobile, and we understand, we believe in mobile, we need your help to work with us on campaigns in mobile. So that's changes right now in the market. With what we are doing today in Ericsson, we actually work together with agencies. We have been in internet payment exchange business for 9 years now. We work with agencies, with brands. We also work with operators from messaging point of view and MMS point of view. Now we are extending that beyond to have multi-channels, if you like, multi-screens, to facilitate that convergent media and mobile advertising success in the market.
Rachel, you gave a very good presentation today, and I think I was quite amazed at the range of activities of Ericsson. Would you just like to talk a little bit about the convergence and the activities that Ericsson are now involved in?
Yeah, absolutely. Now today we have got customers from not just telco industries, but media industries and utility industries need help on communications, especially like escalating the broadband penetration, machine-to-machine communication. And with that coverage, we do sell things like MSP to operators. That's actually to help them to keep track of the traffic of portal. We sell any kind of multimedia services to them. Messaging is an old business we have. We're still making money of that, of course, today. There's so much potential to monetize that. So we have successfully monetized messaging for lots of operators in the past. Now with the new multimedia engagement of consumers' behavior with machines and with business, yeah, many new channels are coming up, and that's where we play a role to also help these players to monetize, because Ericsson sell communication service. Yeah. So with the investment coming from this customers we have in different segments, like operator, for example, traditional, they get the money or revenue from consumers. So they call it subscriptions fee. But today, advertising is a new revenue stream for them. So with that, Ericsson has a scale to represent many operators globally to actually play a bigger role with media agencies and brands for the reach that the brands and agencies are after, and also relevance now with the insights of consumers that the operators has in hand. Let me explain a bit of our end market. Now, end market is a platform we have, that's a technology platform we have, but it's just a platform. What is important is actually an ecosystem Ericsson has built We work together with the global key agencies like OMD, like Group M. We have signed up 7+ agencies globally today. And these key agencies, some of them actually have already tried and use how they can book campaign through our ad market. It means they are able to represent not just in media planning for brands, but also start booking inventories, if you will, with mobile being part of the marketing mix in the campaign planning. So with that, that also gives access directly across to inventories coming from operators, from publishers that we have connection with today, and we sell communication services to and help them to monetize. So in a way, we're sitting in between, orchestrating the demand and supply, the buy side and sell side of the ecosystem to make sure everyone benefits with the scale of it. That's what we can do in Ericsson with ad marketing. All they need to do is come to Ericsson. Today we have signed up a couple of very popular publishers in India in particular, like Make My Trip, Book My Show, Network 18. These are customers, and of course we have a lot of conversations happening as well from the new player. So all we need to do is just how we have served operators, we serve publishers, work with them. Our business model is quite simple. We revenue share and to monetize the revenue. And so for Ericsson to invest with our partner, we need to sit together to also understand the potential of the business in this area. So it's quite easy. It doesn't require much capex upfront, but it's really business casing, working as a partner to make this a success, to monetize them together.
Talking to some of the delegates today, I get the impression that some of them are not too impressed with the advertising agencies. There seems to be a reluctance on the part of ad agencies and mobile. So would you have some comments to make on that?
Recently I just wrote a blog with regards to a missing link in the ecosystem on advertising mobile. The missing link is really creative agencies today, and I would confirm that also with a few months of experience back in Hong Kong in the GSMA. We have got a panel session where you have got a creative agency, you've got an ad network, you've got an operator and a brand. The discussions was quite good and ongoing, but interestingly we have a response from a creative agency saying, look, why bother? And that worries me, and that confirms the missing link I see. Then I investigate further with my old colleagues from the agencies where I work and with the network I have. And then I understand the mindset behind it. It's really, today mobile isn't driving lots of revenue for the creative agency. Media agencies is a different story because they've got the push factor from brands, and brands want to do it. That's why they're forced to invest on that. But creative agencies not getting there yet. So if creative agencies can get together to make this work, then we have a different story to tell within customer mobile advertising. I think because mobile is such a creative and innovative channel, it is sad to just use mobile advertising as a one-way communication, not having creatives around it. That's where Apple has done very well today, and also Google is catching up in that direction. So my message is really to creative agencies in particular. A lot of things in the ecosystem is ready, and Ericsson, even from communication enabling perspective, is coming in. I think we need to make this work together with the creative agencies.